Hello there, John Coturillo here, the life coach of your listener. Thank you for joining me for another episode. Today I'm going to be discussing the topic of ghosting, and to be frank, there isn't a lot of analysis that I believe needs to be done here, so I'm going to keep this video relatively brief. For those unaware, ghosting is the act of suddenly and inexplicably ceasing contact with somebody, usually when using electronic communication, but it can also include in-person communication meeting as well. Ghosting, without doubt, has become a pandemic. We hear reports of it all the time in social media, people discuss it often, and there's not a lot of nuance to how I'm going to present this, but I think it's a blatantly rude practice. Now, I want to clarify that I'm not stigmatizing here anyone who ceases contact with someone who is rude or abusive. If someone is being rude or abusive to you and you cease contact with them immediately, that's not rude. That's you responding to their rudeness with a means of protecting your own personal safety and your mental health. These instances are not the ones that I'm criticizing. What I am criticizing is inexplicably ceasing contact with somebody when there is no clear reason to, other than you don't feel comfortable telling them that you'd like to cease contact, or that you don't feel your relationship with that person is working as you'd like it to. I know there are a variety of reasons people do it. I know that sometimes people do feel anxious about communicating with others, and that's why they do it sometimes. What I'd like to urge you all to do is to really think hard about this issue before making the decision to ghost someone. We're living in a society in which increasingly we are aware of the way that people treat us. We are increasingly aware of how society affects us. We're increasingly trying to make others aware of the impacts that they have on society as a whole and on other individuals. We're constantly trying to encourage others to be socially conscious. You're free to make your own decisions, but I implore you to consider that not everybody takes rejection the same way, and sometimes ghosting somebody could really hurt them. In the end, people have to take responsibility for their own lives, but it doesn't cost you anything to simply say goodbye if that's what you have to do. And for your own well-being, I'm going to set you a challenge. If you ghost people on a regular basis and you see it as acceptable, look at yourself in the mirror right now and ask yourself, have you ever been angry or upset if somebody else ghosted you? And do you see society as cruel or judgmental? Because if you do, you may well be a part of that society, and the person or people whom you've ghosted may feel that you're cruel or judgmental. Is that the image you really want to portray about yourself? Because it may not be the person you are at all. It may sound like I'm being judgmental, but honestly, if we want to be kinder to each other, these small acts make a difference. And if you won't engage with the challenges of your life will not be kinder to you. So thank you for joining me for what is essentially a public service announcement. If you experience mental health concerns, please seek professional advice. And I would welcome commentary or questions from all of you, whoever you may be. Please feel free to comment below or write to me. Until next time, take care.